Hey guys, thank you for your support so far. I really do appreciate it. Happy new month, everybody. I pray this month brings us all the blessings that we've been expecting since January. Uh, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe now. And I would ensure that this tutorial is as interesting and as informative as possible. Thank you guys for the support so far. Bye.
So first thing is to prep my face. I'm using my MAC Prep+Prime, spraying it all over my face, and I'm going to ensure it dries. Then using my e.l.f. face primer, I'm going to also apply it all over my face, from my T-zone to every other part of my face, using a flat brush to do that. So that's me applying it in every part of my face, under my eye where I have my eye bags, applying it there. So now I'm going to draw my brows. First thing first is to brush it out. Then I'll outline what I have there. As I always do all the time, I try to locate my brow arc, and I start drawing my brows from that point and extend it forward. I'm also outlining the top part of my brows, doing the same thing. My brows are a bit bushy, so that's why it's looking that fat. Then I fill it in. So I'm just filling what I have drawn before. Then I brush so that I can extend it to the front and also make it look as flawless as possible at the front part of it. I'm brushing it again, going over every part of my brows again with the brush, just to make it lighter and smooth. I also do the same thing to the other part of my eyes, outline and fill. As you can see, my brows are very fat. That's because I didn't shape in them, I didn't trim them. So I'm going to highlight and I'm going to correct using my Eyeshadow concealer in Fawn. As you can see, I'm going a little bit over what I've drawn. That's because the brows look too fat for me. So I'm just trying to correct what I have there with my concealer. Concealer can do the magic. Sometimes foundation also can do the magic, but I prefer using the concealer to do that. So I'm trying to correct, not just highlight alone. And as you can see, I'm taking it gently and I'm also blending as I do so. Blending is a very important technique in makeup. If you do not blend well, you end up getting results that are really not worth the waste the time. As you can see, I'm taking my time to check how my brow looks like, especially at the arc part. Because of the excess hair, I went a little bit overboard at that point, but I'll correct it with a pencil. So that's me just cleaning, correcting, and highlighting at the same time. And now I'm blending just to make sure everything looks nice and trimmed. I also do the same thing to the top of my brows. I'm using a darker shade this time. I'm using the shade I think I'm using Edgar and Esther foundation, but my shade of that foundation. You know, I said earlier that you can actually use a foundation or a concealer. So I just decided, I resorted to using a foundation. So I'm using Edgar and Esther, my shade. I can't remember. Maybe Mako. I can't remember like the exact shade, but I know I'm using an Edgar and Esther foundation for the top. Can you see? Can you compare the two brows? Can you see how the one I'm working on right now looks compared to the other one? So now I'm also doing the same thing to the other brow. I'm cleaning. Then I'm blending now with a powder. That's my classic powder palette. I'm using the shade Ebony because it has a little bit of the yellowish undertone. So I'm using it to just clean up my concealer and make sure everything looks good. That's my Esther foundation. I'm applying it over my eyelid, just to ensure that everything looks balanced. So it's not really necessary. It's not a necessary step, but I just feel like doing it. I just feel like changing some of my style today. So that's why I'm using it. And as you can see, I'm using it in very little quantity, not so much. I'm also blending. I'll blend it in. Then that's my concealer, the leftover of my Fawn. So I'm also applying it there with a brush. That I'm using a blending brush. I think that's a naked blending brush. I can't remember. Like, yeah, that's a naked blending brush. Oh, yeah. So I'm blending it in. Blending is key. If you take a look at that eye that I'm working on right now, you see how everything blends into each other. That's the beauty of blending. That's the beauty that comes with blending properly. So I'm sure to blend. I'm going in gently and blending as well. I'm applying and I'm also blending. So I'm sure to blend properly. So now I'm going to transition my eye. I'm using my matte transition colors. That's matte Kumaz. I'm going to use it first over my crease and towards the corners of my eyes, because of the kind of look I'm trying to achieve today. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going over it again and again and again. That's Kumaz. I'm doing that. I'm also going to do the same thing to the other eye as well. The crease to the eye corner. Just ensuring to blend it properly. Blending it in properly. Just to make sure I achieve what I really, really want. My makeup with my eyes today. The first one I used was matte Kumaz, and the second one is matte red. So that's me blending everything in again. I blend a lot because I really don't like so much color on my eye. But there are some times that to achieve a particular color, you need like 2-3 colors to do that. So that's why I ensure to always blend very well whenever I apply any shade at all. So I'm going over the eyelid with the matte red. I want to outline my crease. People call it cut crease, so I'll just say let me outline my crease. I'm using Elegel eyeshadow primer. I really like Elegel products. It's affordable and it works very well. So I'm just trying to outline my eye. Yeah, I'm doing that gently because sometimes my hand always go overboard. Where you do not send it, that's where the hand will go to. So I'm just trying to be careful with that so that I can achieve what I want. And as you can see, I'm achieving that already. So it got to a point I just had to use a mirror to get a close look of what I'm doing. So that's me holding a mirror to just ensure that I'm actually cutting the crease properly and correctly. Can you see what I did? I'm going to do the same thing to the other eyelid. I'm going to cut it with my Elegel concealer and a flat brush. I can pick the concealer and primer and place properly the way I want it. So I'm still using my mirror so I can achieve what I want. So if you're new at doing this, just do it gently. Some people actually use concealer. I've seen people use concealer to do cut crease before, but the only thing is concealers most times always have a color, like they always look brownish, so it tends to affect the color of eyeshadow you're going to be placing. That's why I prefer using a primer for this technique. So I've cut the crease. I'm trying to clean it, to place it properly and ensure it's at every point I want it to be. So now I'm trying of contouring my eyes. I'm using a dark brown, not black. As you all know, I don't really like black in my eye, except I'm doing this very smoky eye. That's the only time you can ever catch me using black, except that black is a no-no for me. But I prefer, and I like using dark shades. Could be dark blue, but this is like a dark brown, and that's my Glazzi. I'm taking one of the gold shade in my Glazzi with a flat brush, and I'm applying. Since it's a cut crease, I want to be very careful about how I apply my eyeshadow. I'm going to be applying my eyeshadow like I'm applying a pigment. I'll be going in bit by bit from the large portion to the small portion from large portion to the small portion of my eye, and I'll be doing that gently so that my eyeshadow can pop out and I don't go beyond the part of my eye that I had cut, that I had lined. So that's me going up now, gently, slowly, to ensure I achieve what I want. So it's like I'm placing. I'm not just placing, I'm also blending, but the blending is not the excess blending. It's just very minimal as possible. Can you see that the outlining is popping out? It's popping right now. I achieved what I wanted. I'm going to go over the other eye, doing the same thing, placing gently. This is just my own style. You could do
with whatever color that you want to use. You can use it. Yeah,
use, like, if you wanted pink cut crease, you can use like a light pink that has no pigment for the transition. Then you can use like a deep pink for the cut crease. But this is what I want, and I'm glad I'm able to achieve that. So right now I'll just blend. I'm trying to blend the transition color with the contour, and just to make sure everything looks in place. My cut crease I didn't do it to the end of my eye. It's just like, it's not half, it's beyond half of my eye. So just cutting a few part of my eye crease. Yeah. So now I'm cleaning. I want to line my upper eyelid. I don't know, not my hand this time, my eyes. You know that moment that something wants to get into your eyes and you're like, no, don't go inside, That's the way it is for me anytime I want to apply my eyeliner. So this is me applying on my lower eye line. Yeah, tracing it down as well, just to make sure I achieve what I want. I'm also going to do the same thing to the other eye. I hope you guys are enjoying this tutorial. If you like it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to tell your friend about my channel. You guys should support your girl. Try to support your girl. Like, when I see YouTube videos before, I always feel like it was something easy to do, but now I realize, nah, it's not. So now, after that, I'm going to outline the lower eye. I'm using my Annabelle in blue. Yeah, I want something different today. So I put my eye down and line the lower eye. I have to use a mirror so that I don't make a mistake, and so that I can achieve what I really want out of my eye. You see that moment when something wants to enter your eyes and the eyes is shaking, like the eyes have a mind of its own. That's how I feel sometimes. So I'm going over it again. I want the blue to pop out very well, so I'll do that, and I'll connect it with the upper liner. Yeah, do that with the other eye as well. The eye can be very shaky sometimes. Then I clean up where I don't want my liner to get. You could use a concealer to do that. You could use a foundation, your shade, or even the one that's not your shade, since you haven't applied the overall foundation. So I just did that to correct what I want. I'm also going to do the same thing to the other eye. Can you guys see how my eyeshadow is popping? I'm in love with it. Like, I do this, yeah, I'm so in love with it. I like the fact that I'm able to achieve what I really want in my mind. Then I use mascara to clean my lashes, because definitely the eyeshadow would have fallen on the lash and I don't want it showing, so I just use my mascara to brush it and to clean it. And also I lash out my under eyelashes, because I like that one also coming out, and this mascara does a great job by bringing that out for me. Like, it makes it everything come out. So now it's to apply and blend my foundation. I'm using my MAC foundation today. I don't want my foundation to waste, so that's I'm using what is left on the bottom on my face. Then I blend. I'm using Real Technique brush. This is the foundation brush that comes with I think 6-in-1 set or 4-in-1 set. Yeah, I can't remember which of the set that I have. Okay, I think it's the 4-in-1 set. Yeah, so this is the foundation brush that comes with it. You know, I always say, like, whenever I want to apply my foundation, I build it. I start from a portion of my face, then I start building to every other part of my face. So that's what I'm doing right now. I started from the lower part of my face, and I started blending to the upper part and to the rest of my face. I'm going over my chin now, and my lip area, my neck. Because sometimes if you're not careful, you just do your makeup on your face and you forget about your neck. When you take picture, it looks like you're wearing a mask, because the neck sometimes have a different shade compared to the face. So one needs to be very careful when you're picking foundation and when you're applying as well. So as you guys can see, my foundation is coming out really well and smooth, and how you apply foundation really matters, like, and the type of foundation. But for MAC foundation, like, using a brush is really cool. Then you can actually use a beauty blender to go over it again as well. So that's what I'm doing, just blending in every part of my face and ensuring I'm doing it right. So now I'm going to highlight some portion of my face. As you guys know, I'm going to highlight my T-zone first. Take a look at my hand, like, it's now straight, like, practice. If I'm doing it on someone's face, it might be straight. It would be straight, but on my own face, it's always a problem for me. It's always a challenge. So finally today I got it. Excuse me, guys. Under my eye as well. I'm highlighting. I'm highlighting under my eye as well. Like my eye bags, I don't know. I've covered it with Fawn. I was hoping that I wasn't going to show it again after applying foundation, but it's still there. That's the life of a student. Like, you have to read and also do something else that makes you happy, which is this. So I'm applying properly and everywhere I want. Now I'm going to blend. I have my beauty blender damp already, like, it has little water in it. So I'm using that beauty blender to just blend every part that I've highlighted. I'm going to go over every part properly, gently, and smoothly. And I ensure to blend properly. Like, I look at it so that, okay, this thing is blending. Because if all of these things are not done properly, the finishing of your makeup will look very bad. Like, you will just be surprised as how bad the makeup will look. So you have to just ensure that you blend properly. You have to ensure that you leave all stone on. You have to turn all stones when it comes to makeup. Like, for every step, you have to ensure that you're doing it properly, because a mistake in one step can, though sometimes depending on the kind of makeup you are doing, it could become like something that will be good though, but most times it's not. So I would advise you blend. You see, I'm finding it difficult to blend under the eye because I've already lined my eye. So I'll go over it with probably a brush just to make sure it's smooth. But since that part is giving me problem, I'll blend my nose and my forehead first, and I'll get back to that. Probably use a brush. Yeah, a brush would be a better option for me to use. As you guys can see, I'm blending. It's very, very necessary. I find it very necessary to blend.
really necessary. So I'm going to go over the under eye with a brush, yes, just to make sure that everything is blending properly, because I don't want it, if I don't do that now, it's going to affect the finished work. So I'm just going to blend. Anyway, my eye bags are still popping. Sure, after powder it's going to all go down. See me using brush and beauty blender just to make sure I achieve what I really want, because it is very important to me to have a flawless makeup. So go over it again, because it's very essential. As you guys can see, I've already worn my false lashes. I don't really like showing that in my videos, because I did a video before about false lashes, and I might end up doing another one again, like maybe some other time. But you can check my old videos for the lashes, for the lash video. Yeah, get it there. So I'm using my Fenty in Hazelnut as my setting powder. I'm going to set it on portions that I have highlighted. These are general makeup techniques, like normal thing that most people would really do. So just applying a little bit, because I really don't want, I want attention, but today's attention is the eyes that the attention will go to. For me to actually do serious eyeshadow today, it's the eyes that I want attention on, not the whole face. Though the face is important, but the eyes is also very important to me today. So now under my other eye, I applied my setting powder. Then on my nose where I highlighted as well, I applied my setting powder on my forehead. I'm using a loose brush. This is also a Real Technique brush. I think it's the loose one that comes with that particular set, the 4-in-1 Real Technique brush. I'll put down in the description box, I'm going to put all of the products that I use on my face. I'm going to put it there. So now that's Zaron face definer Z15 for someone my shade. It has an highlight, a contour and a bronzer with it, but my bronzer broke already, so I only use the highlight and the contour in it. So I'm using the contour right now to contour my cheek. Yeah, I'm trying to get the real contour angle. So most times I measure from my ear, the top part of my ear. I just go like slantly a bit down, but not close to my lip, but at the top of my ear is like the boundary that makes me know where to start my contour. So as you can see, I'm trying to locate that and do that. Then I'm also contouring my forehead, like the other sides of my head. Now I'm using my blush. That's a classic blush, different colors, just to add a little bit of color. I'm putting it a little bit over the contour, not so much, but a little bit over the contour. It's like I'm trying to cover up my highlight and my contour, so I'm just using it like a cover on both, at the point where they meet. So I blend everything in, blend it in. I also contour my nose. I'm using a loose brush to do that, but this time around I'm using a powder from my classic. I'm using, I think, Dep. Yes, because it's a bit darker than my chocolate shade, so it's going to give me that contour effect, because it's like a dark powder. It's going to give me that contour effect on my nose. Like I said earlier, today I'm paying more attention to my eyes. Like my eyes is the highlight of this entire makeup, but I'm still going to do every other part. But the eyes, like the main thing, like that's what I want people to pay attention to, not like the entire face. So now I'm going to use my bronzer, the glow, like we all know. So I'm going to smile and place my glue on my cheekbone. I'm going to do that to the other side, to my forehead and my chin, my nose region as well, and a part of my lip. So these are places where I'm going to apply my bronzer. Then also below my brows, yeah, my nose, yeah, I do that one very gently because I like having glue on my nose, so I'm always very careful with that. Then below my brows as well, I apply my glue. So that's my Bare Mineral powder. Bare Minerals powder. It's one of the powder I think I used in my birthday video. Yeah. So that powder is my shade. So I'm just applying it over my face and every part that I haven't used powder, I haven't contoured, and like the rest of my face. So I'm going over the rest of my face with the Bare Minerals powder. And I'm really enjoying it. So this particular powder number is, or name is Clove 28. It's really cool, like it lasts long because this is not the first time I'm using it. I used it on my birthday, and I had my makeup for my birthday one for like over 12 hours. I went to church, I danced, I sweat, and there was no sweat on my face, but all the dancing, and the powder was still very nice on my face. It was still very good, like it stayed all day. Then that's me blending my neck. I think I mentioned it earlier that when you are blending, also don't forget your neck. So that you don't have, it won't look like you're wearing a mask when you take a picture with a flash on. So I'm going over my face again with my powder, just to make sure everything blends and look good and look clean. You want a clean bit now, so you have to achieve that, you have to take all the necessary steps to make sure the bit is clean. So now it's my lip. I'm paying attention to my eyes. So I'm going to take something. My lip is going to be a bit subtle. I'm going to use like a little bit of pink, nude pink, something like that is what I'm applying over my lip. So I'm starting from the lower lip then to the upper lip. That's my style. That's what I like doing. You can do it the way you want, but make sure you're not going beyond your lip line. So I apply my lower lip first, then I go to the upper lip. That's what I like doing. That is the technique that works for me. Then I also use my lip gloss on that.
So guys, this is your Nigerian jollof served hot. I'm feeling myself. Nobody can tell me that. Okay, thank you guys for spending time with me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. I hope it was easy, it was simple, and it was straightforward. If you guys have any question, anything you want me to talk about, any product you want me to review, please kindly put it in the comment section below, and in my description section I'm going to write all the products that I used on my face throughout today. Also, if you haven't subscribed, I'm begging, please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate it, and also tell your friends about my channel. Thank you guys. I hope you guys have a great week, a great month. Enjoy yourself. Bye.